Hey y'all, so welcome back. Let me go ahead and pre-apologize. It's hot as crap in here. It's like late July, and I'm sweating my butt off. So this is the epoxy that you saw me pour the other day. The last video was this board. This is the finished board. This is what it looks like. That walnut really looks really good, I think. So it turned out really nice. This is the first time I've ever done black, so it looks really good. So you can kind of translucent a little bit. You can still see kind of through it. I know you really can't probably, but it looks really good. Anyway, so I just wanted to. I realized that I forgot to do the finishing portion of the video, and so I wanted to get this out real quick and do that for you, and go ahead and introduce you to the next project. So. But anyways, this is what this looks like, finished product. There's thousands upon thousands of videos of people out there finishing cutting boards, epoxy cutting boards. You start off with like a lower grade sandpaper, like a 180 or 100 grit, and then you step it up, you sand it down, step it up to the next grit, all the way up to 320 or 400 or whatever, whatever your desired smoothness is. And then you put it, this has got just a regular old mineral oil finish on it, nothing fancy. There's hundreds of oils and finishing stuff out there for cutting boards that are food safe. There's a lot of stuff out there. Just an FYI, I know this question comes up a lot. Epoxy is food safe. It's basically turned into hard plastic now, so it's safe. If you would use a plastic cutting board, it's the same thing basically. That may not be epoxy, it may be a different type of a plastic, but epoxy is food safe. So, and then like I said, you can get your food safe cutting mineral oils or cutting board oils or whatever you want to use that are food safe as well. And then to give it that desired look, that finish that you want. So, like I said, there's thousands of videos out there of guys finishing cutting boards. So they're not hard to find. So that's part of the reason I didn't really go through the whole process of doing it, because it's loud. It's very time consuming. I probably spent, just on this one alone, I probably spent a solid, with routing the corners and the edges and then sanding it down multiple times with multiple grit sandpapers. I probably spent a solid 45 minutes or so, just on that itself. So, and then the mineral oil finish, you have to you put a coat on it, let it sit, and then you put another coat on it and let it sit and absorb. And that's another like 12-hour process. So anyways, like I said, so what I'm gonna do is our next project is we're basically turning an old pontoon boat, an 18-foot pontoon boat by 8 foot wide, I think. We're gonna turn it into a floating dock. What we're gonna be doing is we've ripped off all the old flooring, the old rails, everything. It's completely stripped down to its original frame and all that stuff. We're going to be basically building a dock out of it. We're going to be making a dock out of it. So it's basically just going to be like a back porch kind of thing. It's nothing fancy. I'm not going to be putting any rails up on it or anything like that. It's just going to be something for me and the family to fish off of or swim off of or jump off of, whatever, to have a dock, because we don't have a dock. We live on a lake and we don't have a dock. So that's what we're going to be doing with that. So it's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be really easy. It's nothing, like I said, it's nothing fancy. It'll probably take me like a day to build. So I'm gonna do that part of the video, get that videoed as well, because part of the reason I'm doing this is because I spent an hour and a half last night trying to find a video of somebody turning an old pontoon boat into a floating dock, and I cannot find one. So now there are several DIY videos out there of guys making their own, taking those big blue plastic barrels, sealing them up, and making pontoons out of those, floating docks out of those. There's plenty of those out there. But I couldn't find one of an old actual pontoon boat being converted into a dock. So if you can find one of those, send the link to me. I appreciate that, because I need the ideas. So, but anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take you outside here in a second. The pontoon boat is actually outside. Right outside behind you. Yeah, matter of fact. But take you outside and we'll show you what we're working with. So this is our next project. I don't know exactly what we're gonna. So you know, every boat's got to have a name. So we're gonna probably. I think. I'm thinking Linda. Yeah, Linda. Anywho, so this is Linda. Linda is a pontoon boat, formerly a 8-foot by 16-foot pontoon boat. They measure. The measurements are from the dock, or from the deck size. So 16 foot long by 8 foot wide, or maybe 18 foot long. I don't know. Anyways, whatever it was a bigger dock. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're replacing everything that where I'm standing basically is gonna be a deck. So we had a it's all rotten. All the wood is over here. It's rotten and termite damaged and everything. So it needed to be replaced. So and then I took all the rails and all the stuff off, and they're over there. So we had to build this special contraption. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see these chains right here behind me. We had to build this special contraption to be able to pick it up, set it on the trailer, set it on the ground, all that good stuff. So, but this is what we're gonna be doing for the next couple of days. Just get this project rolling. So the summer's almost over, and I'd like to get it on the water before my kids go back to school. But we do. It doesn't matter. That's my plan. That's my goal. I'd like to do that, but if we can't, it is what it is. So, but you guys hanging out? Enjoy the video. So my camera messed up through this process, and I didn't. All my footage was gone. So we're working on that issue. But anyways, this is the frame of the deck. Obviously, there's no deck yet. Once we get it on the water, we'll finish it, put the decking on it. So, but until then, right now, it's just sitting on the trailer. So, but y'all stick around for the next video, and it's going to be awesome. See y'all in the next one.